I'm Ruhi reporting for Kids First, and today I'm so excited to be at the premiere for Sketch, which releases to theaters on August 6th, 2025. Let's go meet the cast and crew. Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Worley. It's a pleasure to have you. So, congratulations on your first feature length film. What are your learnings from the process of bringing Sketch to life?
The best thing I can share is just to trust. Like when you feel like you have a story to tell and it won't go away. We all get tons of ideas, but the really special ones are the ones that won't leave us alone and the ones that won't sleep even when we put them in drawers. And this was one that I came up with almost a decade ago and gave up on multiple times. And just I was fortunate to have gotten to have told as many people that I care about in my life about this story that they kept coming back and asking, "What's up with that? Where's that going?" And it just kept me going. And so my biggest advice is just listen to what ideas that you have are won't go away. Yeah.
Thank you. And building off of that, what has been the most rewarding aspect of this journey?
Oh, today's pretty fun, pretty rewarding. For me, it was my kids were in elementary school when I started writing this, and my oldest is about to graduate high school. And not to toot my own horn, but to see their dad like persevere and work really hard at something and have it pay off was very, very gratifying, fulfilling to be able to exhibit that.
And what do you hope audiences will take away from watching Sketch?
Oh, I hope that they'll walk out and think, I need to see this as many times as I possibly can in a theater. And a little bit of advice, if you take every family member and friend you have one at a time, you'll have to see it as many times as possible. So that's what I hope they walk away feeling.
Definitely. Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Taylor. I'm Ruhi reporting for Kids First. So, as a producer, every movie that you fund is an investment. So, what made Sketch a standout or captured your interest?
A lot of it has had to do with Seth Worley, the director and writer. He and I have collaborated on different projects over the last 20 years. I've acted in some of his short films. He directed a music video for my band. And so we developed a very close working relationship. And so it's been especially gratifying to be able to produce Sketch because I so believe in Seth and his vision. And he just nailed it the first time out.
So, kind of building off of that, how does the final product of Sketch compare to your initial expectations?
It so exceeds my initial expectations, which were high. But I've watched the movie now 25 times. I still love the movie. I'm not supposed to say this, but it feels like a perfect movie to me. It's funny, it's emotional, it doesn't lag ever, and it's just got fantastic visual effects. I just love this movie.
Thank you so much. And what has been the most fulfilling part of this journey as a producer for you?
It's the most fulfilling part has just been knowing Seth and knowing how good he's been and knowing how this has been a dream of his and seeing it come to fruition. And frankly, getting a partner like Angel to really blow it out instead of, a lot of other distributors would have been afraid to do something this big on this grand of a scale because Sketch is an original movie and most successful movies these days are sequels or remakes. So that's been a great combo.
Thank you so much. And I would like to know what has been the most rewarding part of your partnership with the creative team?
This is the most creative movie we've distributed, and so having a just incredibly like robust color sets that you can see right here, like the logos and like fur, like monster fur. It just makes it's really fun. It's different and it's fun than the normal film that we've done in the past.
In this film, your character has just lost his wife and is dealing with a lot of strong emotions. As an actor, how did you find ways to relate to Taylor?
Well, I mean, I have a daughter, and so I think many times with us parents want to protect our kids from challenges. And my character in the movie kind of was compartmentalizing. He thought, well, if we just move on, we don't allow ourselves to feel, that's the best thing. And, I relate to not wanting your kids to go through stuff, but you got to let them go through challenges. So I hope parents watch this and be like, yeah, we've all made mistakes.
Definitely. And what did playing this character teach you about yourself?
I really related to this guy. Kind of back to what I was saying, like there's something called snowplow parenting, where there's helicopter parenting where you kind of like, you try to control everything. Snowplow is you try to remove all challenges in front of them. And that's not the best because, of course, again, it's hard to watch them walk through it, but they got to walk through it. So really just to kind of, keep talking about it and be honest with it and allowing your kids to go through stuff.
Throughout Sketch, Taylor comes to terms with his grief so that he can reunite his family. What message do you hope that his journey conveys to your audience?
What message do I convey? I think processing feelings can be seen in many different ways. In this movie, she draws pictures and then they come to life. But, when something happens in life, people process them differently. Sometimes they like to talk a lot about them. Sometimes they need friends to come alongside them. Sometimes they need to cry. Sometimes they get angry. Sometimes they draw. But as long as you're given it space to process, that's the key.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ruhi and I'm with Kids First. So you star in Sketch as Amber, a thoughtful and determined girl who discovers that she can bring the drawings from her sketchbook to life. So what is a quality of Amber's that you share or that you admire?
I love how she doesn't care what anybody else thinks. She's just kind of goes with her own flow.
And Amber experiences a significant emotional journey throughout Sketch. How did you prepare as an actress to take this on?
I honestly just kind of drew from my own experience and just put that into it.
So your character had a duality to her, and that Liz exists both to provide comic relief and to support Taylor in his grief. Did one aspect of the role appeal to you over the other?
Great question. I really enjoy doing comedy, and I'm such a big fan of Tony Hale, who plays my brother. So getting the idea of getting to do comedy in a movie with him was really appealing. And then, there's a really serious side to this movie. And I was kind of surprised to see how much Tony was leaning into that. We would do a scene that I thought was going to be really funny, and he's so grounded that it took the movie in a different place that I love. It's like the comedy is subtle. It's not in your face. I love the tone of this movie.
What was it like for you to balance silliness with more serious subject matter in your interactions with Mr. Hale?
I think that's my favorite thing to do is silly with serious. And that is kind of real life to me, when you've been in a serious situation, I bet someone has cracked a joke or it's like this tension release where if something's really sad and then somebody makes a joke, it feels so good. Or if something's scary and, it's like the sort of duality of grief and sadness is when the release of a laughter. So that's kind of my favorite thing to watch and my favorite thing to get to do. So this was for me.
So what is a happy memory that you have from the filming of Sketch?
Bonding with everyone, like the fellow cast, the crew, the director, they were all just really, really fun to work with.
And you play a key character in the film, which is a lot to carry. How did the other actors on set inspire you, and what did you learn from them?
The other characters inspired me to be better, Like I always see them like, wow, they do that really good. I need to do that as well as they did it. And specifically Tony, he's a really good actor, and I wanna learn how to be a better actor like him.
And here's a fun one for you. If you could spend a day with Amber's sketchbook at the magical pond and bring anything you wanted to life, what would you be most excited to draw?
Ooh, probably like a talking dog or something. I've always wanted like a talking pet, like something that could just, like express their needs. Because my dogs always just look at me with these sad puppy eyes. I'm like, I don't know what you want.
Thank you everyone for speaking with me. Sketch releases to theaters on August 6th, 2025. I'm Ruhi reporting for Kids First. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss my next review or those of my amazing teammates. I'll catch you next time.